I'm Sara Benitez, and I'm the Vice President of Organizing and Campaigns here at Faith in Public Life and Faith in Public Life Action Fund. I grew up in southeast Idaho in a small city called Pocatello. That's where my mom's family is from. They're Mexican American, and they're originally from New Mexico and Colorado, and my dad is from Venezuela. I grew up a Venezuelan Mexican American Catholic in a very predominantly white Christian LDS community. I've always been sort of living in between different cultures and communities. Both our Catholic and Latino faith and identity was at the church and through the church. And so I work really closely with the directors of our state work in Georgia, Florida, Ohio, and an organizer we work with in North Carolina. I spend a lot of time sort of strategizing, problem solving, thinking about where do we want the long-term organizing work to go. And I'll be honest, so, I didn't think of myself as an organizer in the traditional sense because I didn't come through like grassroots organizing in a way a lot of people who do organizing have. And that was not my role here at even Faith in Public Life in 2016. It evolved into that, and it was partly because I started to recognize and understand that organizing is about building power with people in communities and with faith leaders and their communities in a way that is about supporting leadership and developing it. And that's something I've always done throughout my career and always loved the most, is to sort of provide and offer resources and tools and support and see people take that and become the leaders they already are. And so I realized that's also what I was learning to do myself and become the leader that I needed to be in this time, both at FPL and in our community. And there are moments that are both hopeful and heartening when I see faith leaders come out in big numbers in support of vulnerable communities, of immigrant communities, in solidarity with religious minorities. When I travel to our states and see that work is continuing and there's still so much hope and energy. And then there are days where frankly it's really challenging and it's hard to see kind of how do we work our way through this as a country. Like as a Latinx woman in this country, that's been very hard to see the things that I've always feared, and that I feared after both when Trump was running, after the 2016 election, would come to pass, that kind of rhetoric leads to action. But again, in all of those circumstances, the response of the community and of faith leaders and people of faith is always overwhelming and always more than those moments. And so that's what I focus on, and what I look to is how to keep growing that and knowing that those numbers of people and there's more. There are more of folks who are welcoming and who are trying to overcome the bigotry and hate that is being spread and instead spread love and hope in our communities.